What happened?
I don't know. I found him like this. The blood's dried. Looks like he's been here all night. His pulse is weak and his breathing is shallow. I called for an orderly, but they're backed up. Dr. Keenan, can you hear me? Find a gurney. We need to get to the ER stat or we're gonna lose him. This is Dr. Keenan. We found him on the floor in his office. He's got a pulse, but I haven't been able to rouse him.
Okay, he appears to have struck his head, possibly as he was collapsing. Do you know if he has any history of seizures, low blood sugar, diabetes? Any reason he might pass out?
No, nothing I can think of. Elizabeth, you know Dr. Keenan better than I do. No, I'm sorry. I just don't understand why any of this happened.
Okay, we'll have to run a full talk screen. Let's set up a line with labs and call radiology.
Elizabeth, you can't treat him. He's a friend. But I want to help. Is there anything else you can think of? Any reason at all why he might collapse? As far as I know, he's healthy. Okay, I'll check his office, see if there's any prescription bottles or any other clues as to why this has happened. Okay. Hey, did you find any meds in his office? He didn't take anything. We'll find out when the talk screen comes back. Trust me. It wasn't meds that made you in collapse. I found this on his desk. What is that, a paperweight? Look closely. It's covered with blood. Oh my God. Someone used this to bludgeon him. Who would want to hurt you in? Thank you. The police are on their way. Okay. Did you see Ewan yesterday? Speak to him? Yeah, during my shift. He was waiting to check a patient into Shady Brook. Apparently she'd agreed to admit herself, but never showed up. She did this. She should be locked up for life.
I'm not crazy.
Oh, good. Here we go. No one said you were crazy, Heather.
She did.
That was a misunderstanding. So is this.
I just heard you say I should be locked up for life.
Wow, that's always a pleasant option. We weren't talking about you this time. Dr. Keenan was attacked by someone last night. Possibly a patient. Wait a minute, weren't you seeing Dr. Keenan?
I spoke to him once. I don't think that qualifies as seeing him. Actually, I was at home, worried sick about Stephen Lars all night. And if you don't believe me, you can ask Olivia.
Wait, why were you worried about Stephen?
If you cared about your brother, you'd know he was arrested last night.
What?
Hauled off to Memphis on trumped-up murder charges.
Arrested? I knew he had things going on in Memphis, but arrested for murder?
This is serious. Olivia's son, Dante, the police detective, he flew to Memphis. They refused to release Stephen Lars.
Did Dante say he was all right?
How can he be all right? He's been arrested for murder. You're his sister. Half-sister. Okay. You need to help him.
All right, just stop. Is Ewan okay? Found this in his office.
Dr. Keenan just regained consciousness.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but he's not out of the woods yet.
Is he stable?
For the moment, but we're still assessing his injuries.
Can I see him?
Briefly. As with all head trauma cases,
no
it's
stress,
important.
I got it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where do you think you're going? What about Stephen Lars?
Go home, Heather. I'll call you later. What's the matter?
Her brother was just arrested for murder. You'd think that'd take priority over a doctor with a little bump on his head.
Don't worry about Steve. I'm sure he'll be fine. It's just a misunderstanding.
Steve thought the investigation was all finished. It was all over with, all right? Until Johnny went down there and he stirred everything up again.
Johnny?
Yes, Johnny knew about the incident in Memphis. I don't know how, because the only other people who knew about it were Steve, myself, and Maggie.
I'm sure you're right.
Hey, you're in the ER, but everything's okay.
What happened?
Somebody hit you over the head. Do you know who would do this to you?
Connie. It was Connie.